very much. My privilege, my honor to stand in front of you to share what God has done in my country, Thailand. So my presentation tonight, since I have asked for 15 minutes, I try to cut it short. And my presentation tonight will focus some statistics, only focus on my one of the main or major Protestant church in Thailand, the Church of Christ in Thailand. I would like to know how many people have been to Thailand. Can you raise your hand? So in that case, I will skip this slide. And Thailand means land of freedom. One of the Southeast Asian tigers. Actually, we have many tigers. And never colonized, particularly during the colonial period in the 19th century. Religion in Thailand is varied. There is no official state religions in the Thai constitution, which guarantee religious freedom for all Thai citizens. The main religions practiced in Thailand is Buddhism. And the large Thai Chinese population also practice Chinese folk religions. A significant Muslim populations, mostly constituted by Thai Malays, is present especially in the southern region. Presently, the Department of the Religions recognize 5 Christian organizations in Thailand, 1 Catholic and 4 Protestant organizations. The 4 Protestant organizations including the Church of Christ in Thailand. And you can see the year when the Protestant missionary came to Thailand. And the Seventh-day Adventist Church of Thailand, the Evangelical Fellowship of Thailand, and the Union Baptist Church in Thailand. Among the Christian populations in Thailand, we have about less than 1% of the total population of 60 million Thai populations. This includes Catholic and all the denominations. The Christian in Thailand, 57% of Christians live in the north, the yellow regions. And 51% are from the province, the 3 provinces in the north, including Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Mae Hong Son. That is like the main kingdom of Christians in Thailand, living in these 3 provinces. The Christianity first came to Thailand since the second half of the 16th century, during the period when Ayutthaya was the capital. In 1556, Roman Catholic missionaries came to give pastoral care to Portuguese citizens living in Ayutthaya, is one of the capital of Thailand. They began to teach the gospel to local residents as well. And later, about 250 years, in 1828, 2 Protestant missionaries began to evangelize in Thailand. Their work was blessed with the founding of the church and the steady development of indigenous leadership. This I already introduced. the Christian missions. Christian came to Thailand with, that is the fourth evangelistic ministry: preaching, teaching, healing, and social servicing. That also, this came from the Gospel of Matthew chapter 9 verses 35 to 37. Preaching or church ministry, teaching or education ministry, healing or medical services or medical ministry, and social service have all been linked together in Thailand. They are different in practices, but toward the same goal. That is to proclaim the gospel, as Matthew chapter 28 verses 19 to 20. That is the status of the member of the Church of Christ in Thailand, one of the Protestant. It's comparing how the member increased during since the year 2010 and 2015. This is only for the Church of Christ in Thailand. We can see the number of churches and Christian groups increasing 15% during the past about 6 years. And individual church members increased also 15% during the past 6 years. And the pastor, full-time pastors, increasing 21.3%. That means many people are now increasing to serve God in the church. The missionary realized the significance of education, which would contribute to the effective strategy to teaching Christian faith and ethics to proclaim the gospel. That is, number of the school belong to the Church of Christ in Thailand. We have 28 primary and secondary schools, and 2 universities, 3 international schools, and also we have 7 theological college and Bible school. In terms of the medical care ministry as well, its main aim to bring people to Christ. This is the location of the hospital belong to the Church of Christ in Thailand. And regarding the social services, now emerging of the issues in the new global context and regional context, the Church of Thailand also involved in providing social servicing ministry, including livelihood development, environmental preservation, health and HIV/AIDS, human rights, refugee and migrant workers, stateless people, etc. Now we would like to talk about how the Church of Christ in Thailand developed until the first missionary came to 1828 until 1930. The National Christian Council of Science has been initiated. This is mainly for Protestant church. In 1934, the Church of Christ in Thailand has been officially established. And then after that, 1957, the American Presbyterian dissolved. And 1962, the Disciple of Christ dissolved and hand over all property and ministry in the hand of the local church leader or Thai church leader. So our mission strategies in Thailand. The strategic mission, especially of the Church of Christ in Thailand, seeks to carry out mission and ministry with 3 self-principles: self-supporting, self-governing, and self-propagating. Actually, it is not nearly or initiated in the land of Thailand, but were inherited from the missionary starting from China in 1890s. Many of us remember the name of Nevius, and then he went to Korea. And then, so this is the Church of Christ and also follow this principle. Self-governing, the Church of Christ in Thailand has been self-governing since 1934, especially since the time of the American Presbyterian Church granted full management authorization as well as full responsibility regarding funding to the Church of Christ in Thailand. And self-supporting, the leadership of the Church of Christ in Thailand has implemented self-support in various forms, such as the campaign, what we call it 30 stam or 30 cents to help support, support self-supporting church. That is a project started in 1967. And later the campaign raised another programs, half a bowl of noodle program. That means whenever one day in lunchtime we have one noodle and half of noodle we save to contribute to the fund of the church. Now they are also currently the self-supporting church program also and many others are doing campaigning in the church for self-supporting. We can say that self-supporting Thai CCT at the Church of Christ in Thailand now for its administration cost, we are self-supporting. We never receive money from outside for our administration at the moment. Self-propagating, the Protestant Church in Thailand, including the Church of Christ in Thailand, has set a non-negotiable policy, affirm that self-propagation is the heart of the Church of Christ in Thailand and the Protestant Church in Thailand. The gospel must be done by oneself, which means this practice is a necessity for all members of the church. What they have done, many ways, like the public evangelizations in public programs, personal family-to-family visitations, broadcasting to TV or cable TV, free TV, or other media. And of course also the evangelistic team ministry. So I would like to conclude the challenge. The challenge only three. That is one. The church in Thailand has been challenged by the word, we can see it here. To be truly Thai means to be Buddhist. Even now we have no official state religion in the constitutions, but in social norms and ways, the people still feel that to be Thai is to be Buddhist. Gentlemen, it's not easy to convert. Now we are challenged by this. And the second, we are challenging by how the unity of the church in our country. Because there are at least two schools, evangelical and ecumenical. There is sometimes we need time to talk with each other. The big challenge is how the body can be a unified body in which each part has different function. How we can work together. That of course is good news that the Protestant Church in Thailand is full organization now set up the coordinating of the Protestant Church in Thailand. When one thing we talk together is we agree not to steal the sheep from each other. But we are working together. And the third one, living in the Buddhist society or interfaith. This is interfaith and interreligious dialogue is very, very challenging to us today. How we proclaim the gospel in the non-Christian society. It is we would like to stop my presentation at this time with the three challenges, and let's you people let us pray together and pray for the Church of Christ in Thailand. Thank you very much.